How's it going? Mike here, The Fresh Rinse, on location in Cincinnati, Ohio, to do what I call a recovery job. Let me begin by saying, and you'll get a lot of mileage out of this, pay attention. Do not ruin a good apology with a terrible excuse. You may remember last week, I had 9 house washes just develop out of nowhere. Market number 10, because I just picked up that one right over there as well. So I had back-to-back people ask me to wash their homes along this street and another street. And then afterwards, I got a text from this gentleman here who said his windows are hazy. Hence my video from last week on the rinse aid. You can go back to my channel and check that out. So I'm here on location after washing this house right here this morning to rinse these windows and do my best to get the haze off of them. Real quickly, a shout out to our friend and subscriber, Pressure Washing Science, who made a great comment on that post from last week, on the rinse aid post. And he said, you know, you really don't owe him anything because you did not bill this as a window cleaning job, but rather a house washing job. And he's right. However, this guy's right as well. So here's what I've learned. I've learned that using a 1.8 injector when it's warm out is not the best idea. So I have downsized to a 2.1 injector, and since then I've had 0 problems. I've washed this house and several others with the 1.8, but this one in particular left some film on it. The second excuse that I have is I just didn't rinse enough. So as a rule of thumb, rinse until you think that you've rinsed enough, then rinse again, and then repeat. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to spray all the windows with rinse aid and rinse them immediately. And we're going to see what we come up with. If we have to scrub them, then we're going to scrub them. And that's going to have our friend Pressure Washing Science comment some more, because he's right. I am not a window cleaner. He is, I'm not. Whenever a client calls me and says, do you also clean windows? Here's what I say, and I quote, great question, Janice. I'm confident that you'll be pleased with the outcome. However, I do not bill myself as a professional window cleaner. And then I say this, those guys and gals deserve better than for me to think that I can do as good as they do. And I let it go at that, and they're always satisfied. So, all right, let's rinse these windows. All right, so as an example, you can see the haze. See that? See that haze? Now this is the garage door, so it gets a lot of exhaust. That's not the best example, but I'm still gonna see what I can do with this. I have a few ounces of rinse aid mixed into a 2-gallon bucket of water, but before I spray that on there, I'm going to rinse thoroughly with just straight water that, of course, is coming from the homeowner's spigot. Then I will spray the solution on of rinse aid and water, and then immediately give it a heavy rinse. We'll see what happens. All right, let's turn our Flow Pro on. There we go. All right. We should be getting rinse aid very soon. There we go. Now we are set to rinse. By the way, whenever you're rinsing windows, don't fail to rinse whatever is above the windows, because the next time it rains, it could very likely run that SH and soap back down onto the windows, and that's going to cause you some problems. All right, let's see what we got. Everything looks better when it's wet. So we'll come back here in a little bit and try that again. Take a look. Again, I have rinsed these windows, and now I am downstreaming rinse aid and water onto the windows. Again, letting it set just long enough to turn the rinse back on. Oh. Homeowner just waved at me. All right. Always nice when the homeowner's watching. All right. All right, I'm rinsing these windows here, and then I noticed something. See this stretch of wrinkled vinyl? It kind of fades in and gets very wrinkly and then fades out. You'll see this every once in a great while, and what this is reflection from that window right there. This is the west side, this is the east side. When the sun comes around over here, reflects off of that window and burns or melts this vinyl. And that's why it fades right there, goes into the hot stage of the afternoon. And as the sun escapes around the perimeter of the house, it fades out. Interesting. There's just some pressure washing science. So as I'm looking at these windows here, by the way, he's got a grill inside of his house. Interesting. These windows are not bad at all. Not bad at all, but I'm going to go ahead and treat them. We'll see what we come up with. Just rinsing with water, and then we'll come back with our solution. Dilution is the solution to pollution. Here we go. Got something in my throat. This is opportunity. Well, that house was opportunity 1 of 3 on the day. We're supposed to get a lot of rain coming in. And then tomorrow, I'll be traveling to Union, Kentucky to wash another one of those daycares that I picked up. I'm hoping that they are satisfied with this. Put it into rinse. Again, getting above the window as well to make sure that nothing runs down. All right. I find it interesting that they have a grill inside their house. I mean, like a full-fledged gas grill and a 75-inch television. All right, I feel like a creeper. Looks fantastic. All right, let's see what we got. It always looks better when it's wet. Okay, so as we approach these windows here, we see that it's still hazy. I'm confident this is exhaust and just dirt from the garage. I'm going to go ahead and scrub those so the customer knows that we went the extra mile. I've sprayed Rinse Aid on there one more time. I'm going to scrub these and then give it a heavy rinse. Let me once again say thank you to Pressure Washing Science for the helpful tips that you gave me and the words of encouragement. If you have not subscribed to Pressure Washing Science, seems like a stand-up dude, I would encourage you to do so. And I'm confident you'll learn a lot from his channel. All right, let's give this a heavy rinse. And I'm confident we will be good. All right, I picked up that house as well, so that makes number 7 from this little community. For every time I wash, somebody else wants me to wash. We'll do that one next week. Hey, my name's Mike. They call me the Fresh Rinse, and I should do a better job rinsing. And I'm out.